Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to An Angel's Life of Bookish Goodness. Today is the Sunday Funday tag by Joe Compton, and this is a tag that is designed to encourage writers to share their written works with others. The idea of this tag is each day this week I'm going to share a different piece from one of my books. And today is Starting Line Sunday. Well, it says to read the first page in the first chapter of your book, but I'm actually going to read the prologue to you, which is a little over a page, but I'm going to share it. And this is from Elements of a Broken Mind. This is the first book in the Clear Angel Chronicles, and the reason that I am sharing this book is that all of the Clear Angel Chronicles are getting new covers in preparation for the third book to come out this fall. So I figured I'd start with the beginning. Prologue. Sergeant James Morgan had just gotten off of a 12-hour shift. The sun was beginning to peep over the mountains, and the birds were well into their early morning chorus. He cast a bleary eye in the direction of the sun and moaned. Working weekend security was awful, but it was hard to say no to 12 hours of overtime, especially if your wife had just had a baby. He grinned. It was a lot more fun staying up watching his favorite sitcoms rather than having sleep interrupted by a hungry newborn. James climbed into his beat-up old Jeep and started the engine. It coughed and sputtered, then stalled out. It was just one more reason to add to the very long list of why he worked overtime. Popping the hood, he sighed and climbed out of the Jeep. He fiddled with some wires and plugs. Sparks flew. He jumped back. Damn it, he swore, feeling the burn from the mild shock. He fiddled around some more. That should do it, he muttered, climbing back into the Jeep. This time, the engine sputtered and roared to life. Thank God. He was ready to get home to a nice breakfast of pancakes and eggs with his choice of bacon or sausage. He loved his wife. She really was wonderful. He was contemplating whether he wanted a hot shower before breakfast or if he'd wait until just before bed as he pulled out of the parking lot. He almost missed the person lying sprawled out on the lawns. The brakes squealed in loud protest as he slammed on them. Damn teenagers, he grumbled, figuring that it was a kid who'd stumbled over from the party down the street last night and had passed out drunk. He contemplated leaving the kid there to sleep it off. After all, he might not get the Jeep restarted again. Besides, he was off shift. This was no longer his responsibility. His stomach growled, reminding him of the breakfast with his wife and baby. Even from the road, he could tell that it was a girl. What if that was his little girl? Would he want someone else to just leave her there? Ah, hell. Slamming the Jeep into park, he hung out the window and called out, "Hey, kid, get your ass up. This is private property, you know." He could be a good Samaritan without being nice about it. She must have been pretty well passed out because she didn't seem to hear him at all. Growling that he knew the Jeep probably wouldn't restart, he turned it off, slammed the door, and stomped across the cool, wet lawn. The dew collected on the tips of his work shoes, beating up on the nice wax job. As he got closer, he couldn't help but notice how still she was. She really didn't look like a drunk who'd passed out. She lay there with her arms at her sides, perfectly still. Her hair was neat. Her makeup was neat. Even her clothes were unrumpled. Nudging her with his boot, he began to feel a chill creep up his spine. "Miss?" There was no response. A sickening feeling began building up in his stomach, churning the bile in anticipation. His arms and legs trembled as he slowly bent over to check the young woman's pulse. His fingers barely brushed her neck, and his whole being recoiled. "Oh, Jesus!" So that's the prologue. I will have a link down below to the Amazon Look Inside in case you'd like to check out some more. And tomorrow I will be sharing some additional information about the story. So be sure to tune back in. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, keep reading.